Another night of bitterly cold temperatures for southern Wisconsin, but I have 40-degree weather in the forecast. When does it arrive? I'll let you know.
And we're celebrating Beauty and Black History Month. I'm Tanaja Shaw, live at the first Black-owned cosmetology school here in Madison.
And it's a situation we don't like talking about, school shootings, but help could be on the way. We take a look at some promising technology to avoid the worst outcomes. We welcome you to News 3 Now at 6. And good evening, I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson.
We begin with first warn weather, where we have made it to our third and final day of bitterly cold conditions this week.
But the good news, as you heard Alex say, temperatures will soon be warming back up. For more on this, we head right to Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Finally, right?
Yes, finally. I know I've been out in the countryside west of Madison, and it has been bitterly cold to take my dog Loki out, and we all have experienced that too. But let's get right to the nice stuff here. A slow climb ahead. Low to mid-20s on Thursday, going on into Friday. We're going to be near 30 by Saturday, and then the good stuff, the 40s by Monday, going on into Tuesday. Now we've got a bit more of that climb though to go, so we got to address reality here first. Temperatures in our wind chills tonight in Madison as we plan your evening. Nice night to just stay inside, maybe turn the fire on if you happen to have a fireplace, and those temperatures will dip down to about 5 degrees when you join us for the 10 o'clock newscast. Wind chills as cold as -10, could be approaching -15 below zero. Actual air temperatures out there, we got a dual of 10s out there and just a couple of cards of 11. There's one card of 11. We've got 9 in Belleville, 8 in Perry. Zooming on out here across the rest of southern Wisconsin, we got a 3 in Viroqua and 9 in Janesville. So temperatures are starting to fall out there, and that's because we have a thin layer of clouds out there, but not enough to let those temperatures completely stay mild overnight tonight. And here's the good stuff. If you want the 40-degree weather, we got it in the forecast by Sunday at the earliest, for sure Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and some precipitation will be involved with those warmer temperatures. We're going to track some rain showers. If you're ready for some rain, I'll show you when that arrives coming up in a little bit.
Alex, thank you. The man accused of killing a UW-Whitewater gymnast is scheduled to stand trial in December. Online court records show 23-year-old Chad Richards is charged with first-degree intentional homicide. A criminal complaint alleges he shot 21-year-old Kara Welsh 8 times in August of last year. A jury trial will be held from December 15th and run through the 23rd. Richards and Welsh were in a relationship at the time of the shooting. According to the complaint, the two got into an argument on the night of August 30th. He claimed Welsh grabbed the gun first and he took it away from her and then shot her because he feared for his life. Richards faces a maximum penalty of life in prison.
A Beloit man is charged with more than a dozen felonies for alleged human trafficking, among other crimes. 60-year-old Charles Bell is charged with 21 felony and misdemeanor counts. A criminal complaint states that Bell forced a woman he lived with into prostitution, and men would come to his home and pay for sex with her as well as crack. And allegedly, Bell would make the woman get high before the men arrived. This complaint also alleges he threatened her life when she tried to end the relationship. He's currently in jail with a $100,000 cash bond, and his next court appearance is on the 25th.
Continuing coverage out of Beaver Dam, where police are still looking for missing 16-year-old Sophia Franklin. Earlier this week, the police department shared this video with us. It's from a home security system taken February 3rd. That's the same day 40-year-old suspect Gary Day was last seen at Franklin's home. Now, police are also sharing new images of both the suspect and the missing teen. Take a look. The Amber Alert is for Franklin, in effect in 3 states now: Wisconsin, Arkansas, and Missouri. Franklin is several months pregnant. Day is known to be the father. He is charged with child enticement and child abduction. If you have any information about their whereabouts, you are asked to call Beaver Dam Police.
Over in Richland County, representatives from shooter detection systems are demonstrating hardware that's programmed to alert authorities of an active shooter threat. Today, we joined educators, state representatives, students, and law enforcement for a live test of the technology. After a failed first attempt due to a setup mistake, the system worked the second time. Richland County Sheriff Clay Porter says the technology has the capability of reducing response time, something he and other first responders say is critical in active shooter events.
I certainly think it looks like a good product and a good program, and it seems like it's probably a good value for what they're offering us. I'm impressed by it.
The company boasts a 99.9% accuracy rate, avoiding false alarms in more than 350 million operating hours. Each individual sensor costs about $800.
We continue to celebrate Black History Month. Madison is home to the first Black-owned cosmetology school in all of Wisconsin.
Our Tanisha Shaw is live at Chanel Ardor now. Tanisha, the owner is diversifying the beauty industry there.
Yes, she is. At Chanel Ardor, you can get any hairstyle you want, no matter if your hair is straight, curly, or kinky.
We needed a place to go that was culturally aware of the styles and things that we like to do with our hair.
Tanisha Harbor opened Chanel Ardor in 2017 after being a hairstylist in Madison for years. She said the curriculum for cosmetology schools in Wisconsin lacked diversity.
Beauty schools pretty much taught European standards. That's how it's been for years. So even like with our state boards, it's predominantly, for straight hair. We're not really represented.
The lack of representation inspired her to take matters into her own hands. It opened the first Black-owned beauty school in Madison. Her teaching journey began in cosmetology school when she had to teach her peers and instructors as a student.
I can see a ponytail, I can see a quick weave, I can see some feed-in braids on the menu. So those type of things let me know that, hey, I'm welcome here, that, they know about my hair. Because that's one of the things when I went to school, I was teaching about my hair. I was teaching them how to do things that we were to our hair. As a student, I was teaching that.
Since Harbert graduated from cosmetology school, she said the textbooks have become more inclusive, but there's still a ways to go.
For instance, they may teach about a sew-in or a silk press, but they may not have the full procedure, how to do that. And so that's where I come in at. So the books are getting better. It may mention the things that we do, but it's not always a procedure for that.
Whether it's hairstyles like curls, fades, or other beauty services like facials, makeup, and manicures, Harbert says her students graduate ready and equipped to serve any client.
I like going beyond the basics. I want my students to know what's trending when they leave. I don't want them to feel like they're behind. I want them to be ready to serve clients and to serve diverse clients.
I don't know if you can hear me. That sounds like
So I'm on the south side at the Black Business Hub. She said she chose this diverse neighborhood because it's accessible to anyone in the Madison area, and it's very well known. Now, I might get my hair done, Eric and Sarah, so I'll be back. Reporting in Madison, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
All right, Tanisha, thank you so much. And as we continue to cover Black history stories in Dane County, we're also stepping into a barber shop.
For the Black community, getting a haircut is more than just 30 minutes in a chair. It's an experience. Our Jalen Banks has more.
The barber shop. On the surface, it's just a place for you to go get your haircut. But for many in the Black community, it plays a much larger role. I spent the afternoon in one Sun Prairie barbershop speaking with its owner on what this place symbolizes for so many.
You step into a barber shop and you are embraced with the buzzing of clippers, the smell of sprays, and countless conversations.
I think it plays a major role, especially in the Black community, because barbershops is a place where it's a safe haven.
The importance of this safe haven has grown so popular that it's been portrayed on both the big and small screens, with MGM's The Barbershop and HBO's The Shop.
Miles Garrett told me something. He said, what makes Aaron Donald the best?
Both highlighting the role of the Black barbershop.
I think it's big. For me, in my experience as a client and as a barber, I learned a lot going to barbershop, You can sit down in a barbershop and learn about relationships, about business, about what's going on with the economy, politics, all type of thing.
Even I had the opportunity to hop in the chair.
All right, in the chair.
Jalen, don't let Jalen fool you. He don't play by his haircut.
He's right. I don't.
And now that we're in the midst of Black History Month, how does this month, it comes around every year. How does it influence you and encourage you?
Black History Month makes people want to go even more harder because it was a lot of people that before I came alive or been here that fought for me to have what I have now.
And in the end, when you step out of the barber shop, you leave with not only a fresh cut, but a community.
Reporting in Sun Prairie, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Looks good.
That was very
Jalen
cool.
Banks, thank you. Coming up at 6, still ahead, the Madison Fire Department making some history today.
After the break, we take a look at the department's state-of-the-art electric fire truck now in service.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
Welcome back. The first custom-built electric fire engine now lives in Madison. It's fresh off the production line at Pierce Manufacturing up in Oshkosh.
Very cool. Armand Rahman takes us aboard the new rig.
Madison Fire Station 8 is shifting into new gears with a new supercharged, fully electric ride.
From the outside, it looks like a normal red fire truck.
A normal red fire truck saves lives, but with the Pierce Volterra electric pumper, crews are also saving the environment.
We're reducing emissions, and we're still able to complete our mission.
Pierce Manufacturing built a prototype electric engine that sparked the flame back in 2021. There's a lot more to power here than in an electric car.
So you're not just propelling the vehicle, but also making sure that we can get water off the vehicle electrically, because that's a goal of ours. If you're going to sell a product that's zero emissions, it needs to do all of its job with zero emissions, right?
But to learn how to better electrify a whole fire truck, Pierce had to plug that prototype into the day-to-day life of one of Madison's busiest fire stations, Station 8, the first department to do so in the country.
We learned a ton.
The new rig features a 246 kilowatt-hour battery, 30% bigger than the prototype. It has a range of 70 miles, up from 45 miles. And the battery powers the engine, heater in the cab, and the water pumps.
Typically, you can get an hour and a half, 2 hours of pumping on a normal situation off the battery alone.
It also has a backup diesel engine, which the new transmission can switch to automatically.
That's just a safety net. Because when we're on scene, we could be on scene for 20 minutes, or we could be there for literally 5 days.
And like normal fuel lines, Station 8 has a drop-down DC fast charger.
This truck can come back fully depleted and be recharged within 90 minutes. It's just like your phone, right? When it gets fully charged, it stops charging.
It's the newest state-of-the-art fire engine in our fleet. We're proud of it.
You can expect to see the new Volterra engine out on the streets right now. Reporting on the east side of Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
All right, thank you so much, Armand. Still ahead, a popular bakery holds a special sale for their founder.
Plus, a couple in southeastern Wisconsin jumping into action to help rescue their neighbors after a house explodes.
And temperatures are warming back up, but when? Alex returns with the complete forecast when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
A Racine couple is sharing their story of how they sprung into action after an explosion at their neighbor's home. Tyler Lau and Stacy Kraft say the adrenaline is still racing when the home exploded just 2 doors down from them. Lau says he helped pull a woman to safety just in time.
I look back at the house and it's completely engulfed. It's pretty much not even a house anymore at this point.
Well, the man and woman inside the house suffered severe burns. The full extent of those injuries are unknown. The Racine Fire Department estimates the damage was about $200,000 to the duplex, as well as damage to nearby homes. Those residents also had to be evacuated, and the Red Cross now assisting with their needs.
The Spirit of Service campaign is underway as we look to honor our local veterans, making a positive impact in the community. News 3 Now is partnering with Vortex in giving back to veterans. All you have to do is log on to channel3000.com and nominate a veteran in your life who is doing something good. Over the coming weeks, we'll be sharing their stories, and you'll get to vote to choose which veteran gets to take home a $5,000 cash prize. A winner will be announced in early April. Well, today is the first of what is known as Donut Man Day in Madison.
Now, right now, you can get a donut at one of the Greenbush Bakery's 2 locations for just 83 cents. Now, this is in honor of Marvin Donut Man Miller's 83rd birthday. He passed away last March, leaving his family business in the hands of his grandson, Taylor. We stopped by one of the bakeries earlier to ask Miller's daughter, Lisa, why she wanted to honor her father in this way.
My biggest thing with my dad was like always a big community, and he talked to people. He knows so many people, and I'm just trying to keep that going through, just the next generation, just keeping customers coming in. He was a character. He was a character, and I always People always say once you met them, you'll never forget them. I have customers that come in and just love hearing the stories.
You made it a special place. The beloved donut shops are located on Regent Street and Crossing Boulevard. That deal, by the way, go out and get some donuts still tonight until 8 o'clock tonight.
I'll be rushing out.
We are finally ready for a warm-up. We've been stuck in the cold. Seems like forever right now, but Alex has word of a warm-up.
I do have words of warmth for southern Wisconsin. Not right now, at least outside. We got to do the reality check here first. Still 10 degrees out there on our first warn weather cam. Here you see the steam coming off some of our area plants downtown near the Edgewater Skycam. Again, we like to show our Skycam as part of our weather cam network to show you what's going on outside. And you can really see with that steam out there, it is still cold out there. We still are on the fringe of that bitter cold air mass. And as we plan the rest of our evening, temperatures staying in the single digits above zero through at least 10 o'clock, although we're going to be flirting with zero for a low temperature tonight with wind chills as cold as -10 to -15. We got 10 again in Madison. 10 is pretty much the most popular number I can find in Dane County, although in the town of Pear we got 8 and 9 right now in Belleville, slipping into the single digits. Temperatures won't get quite as cold tonight because we have a deck of clouds across southern Wisconsin. That will help to hold things up just a little bit overnight tonight. Wind chills, though, as we go into Thursday morning. Even though we don't have cold weather advisories, we're still looking at wind chill values as cold as -10, maybe a localized area of -20 degrees. This is the feels like factor tomorrow. The actual air temperatures will be warmer, and I'll show it in just a moment. But all we're going to do for the feels like factor is about 10 as we go into Thursday afternoon. Friday morning, a little bit better. We have single digits to lower teens below zero wind chill. So slow incremental change out of the bitter cold. The really, really cold stuff tonight staying out in Iowa where we have flat terrain. That allows the wind speeds to get a little bit higher and the wind chills to get a little bit colder to the west. Actual air temperatures tonight will do 0 in Madison, -2 in Prairie du Chien, -2 in Camp Douglas, and 2, the warm spot, the winner of the warm spot right now in Janesville. Tomorrow we'll do lower 20s, maybe mid-20s with partly sunny skies, so the actual air temperature is making more progress as we go into Thursday. And here's the timeline of the rest of our progress. We'll go mid-20s by Friday, near 30 by Saturday, and how about some 40s by the time we get to Monday going on into Tuesday. We'll do 45 Monday, 44 Tuesday, and 45 Wednesday. And a little weather system will be moving into the area. This is future track for Monday. It's a bit of a way out there, but I want to show you the progress that we're making. We're not seeing blues or pinks across the area as we go into Monday evening. Right at this time, we're seeing rain showers. That's what we're forecasting, a couple of scattered rain showers as we go into Monday evening and into Monday night. So not snow this time around. It'll be warm enough as we flip from the polar plunge to temperatures above normal. And we could certainly use that moisture with drought conditions across a good portion of southern Wisconsin, if not at least abnormally dry conditions. Only takes a couple more snows or a heavy rain event to help improve drought conditions. And coming up tonight during our 10 o'clock newscast, I'll take us through 10 days worth of potential precipitation.
And coming up in sports, the Badgers put a beat down on the Illini for their 5th straight win. Why did Greg guard? Well, it's all about the climb. That's next on News 3 Now. Right now, life is good if you're Greg Gard. Before the season, his team was picked to finish 12th in the Big Ten, and like they usually do, the Badgers quietly went about their business, and now they currently sit 3rd in the standings. Last night, they demolished Illinois by 21 points and have scored 90-plus points in back-to-back conference games for the first time since 1992. And while all that is neat, there's still more work to be done.
We got a lot of guys that are just willing to buy in every day and just keep getting better, and I'm proud of our success lately, and I just think there's more room to keep improving.
When you have a hungry group that's unselfish, they want to keep climbing too, and we haven't done anything. We have to keep pushing forward, and we talked about climbing the mountain early in the year, and we're still climbing.
It's a big weekend for the Wisconsin men's hockey team for a couple of reasons. It's their final series of the regular season where they're looking to snap a 6-game losing streak. And the Badgers will honor 6 seniors who will play their final home game of their careers on Saturday. And Mike Hastings is all for a senior day celebration, but he wants his guys to celebrate them in a different way.
If we want to honor those guys in the best way that we possibly can, it's to stay with them for as long as we can. And so that's to make sure that we play as deep into the season as possible. That's the best way to honor and show that group how we feel about them, right? Because that gives us another practice, another opportunity to be in the locker room with them.
And on the women's side, just a reminder to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle with Lacey Eden. We break down winning the WCHA regular season title and talk about the Bemidji trip tradition of eating fish for breakfast. Show airs at 6:30 on Friday, right here on News 3 Now.
Whatever they do, keep doing it, because it works with that program.
All right.
Let's go to Alex. Final check.
Well, we almost have grill out weather in our forecast. Not tonight, not tonight. Temperatures down near zero for a low temperature. Wind chills to -15. We'll make our progress as we go into Thursday, highs in the 20s. But that grill out weather is right around the corner in our forecast, at least from my standpoint. It'll feel pretty good by the time we get into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Temperatures approaching 45 degrees with rain showers in the forecast.
Of course, there we are, Wisconsin.
Yep. Up and down and up and down.
Take it, Alex. Thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
See you back here at 10 o'clock.